Criminology Board Exam Reviewer. Questioned documents. Definition of terms. Part 2. Connecting stroke. It is an expression commonly used to refer to the fusion of the terminal stroke of one lowercase cursive letter and the initial stroke of another having no identifiable or describable entity of its own. Connection subtypes. Supported, the body of the letter rests against or retraces the stem. Looped, the initial stroke forms a loop with the stem of the letter. Unsupported, the body of the letter does not follow or retrace the stem. Contraction. It is a form of word abbreviation wherein one or more letters are omitted. Cursive. It is a form of continuous writing in which letters are connected to one another and designed according to some commercial system, the most common allograph of a grapheme. Decipher. It is an act to determine the meaning of, as hieroglyphics or illegible writing, or to translate from cipher into ordinary characters, or to determine the meaning of anything obscure. Defect. It is any abnormality of maladjustment in a typewriter that is reflected in its work and leads to its individualization or identification. Diacritical mark or point. It is a sign added to a letter or symbol to give it a particular phonetic value. An accent. Sometimes used to refer to the dots over the letter I and J. Didot system. It is a typographic measuring system used in Europe and based on the didot point, similar to the US English pico system. Digraph. It is a group of two successive letters representing a single sound or a complex sound that is not a combination of the sounds ordinarily represented by each in another occurrence. Example: ph in digraph and ch in chin. Diphthong. It is the combination of two vowels in succession, the sound of which begins with one and ends with the other. Example: oil, boy, out. Disguised writing. It is the deliberate attempt to alter handwriting in hopes of hiding one's identity. Disputed document. It is a term suggesting that there is an argument or controversy over a document. Disputed document and questioned document can be used interchangeably to signify a document that is under special scrutiny. Document. It is any material that contains marks, symbols, or signs either visible, partially visible, or invisible that may ultimately convey a meaning or message to someone. Document examiner. He is an individual who scientifically studies the details and elements of documents in order to identify their source or to discover other facts concerning them. Documents examiners are often referred to as handwriting identification experts. Documentation. They are written notes, audio, videotapes, printed forms, sketches, or photographs that form a detailed record of the scene, evidence recovered, and actions taken during the search of the crime scene. Erasure. It is the removal of writing, typewriting, or printing from a document. It may be accomplished by either of two means: a chemical eradication in which the writing is removed or bleached by chemical agents, liquid ink eradicator, abrasive erasure in which the writing is effaced by rubbing with a rubber eraser, or scratching out with a knife. Exemplar. It is a specimen of an identified source acquired for the purpose of comparison with an evidence sample. It is an example of a person's writing, a standard for use in comparisons, a collected or a request specimen. Facsimile. It is an image of printed matter that has been transmitted electronically. Fiber tip pen. Porous tip pen. It is a modern writing instrument in which the marking element or point consists of a porous material through which the ink can flow. Flowback. It is an increase in the density of an ink line caused by the run of excess ink along the finish of a stroke, occurring when the pen is lifted from the paper. Fluctuation. It is the alternating changes of direction, positions, or conditions. Example: alternating acceleration and deceleration of writing speed, or alternating expansion and contraction of the writing pattern. Fluency. It means freedom and other like terms, referring to a generally higher grade of line quality that is smooth, consistent, and without any evidence or tremor or erratic changes in direction of pen pressure. Flying finish. It is the diminishing taper of a terminal stroke when the motion of the instrument does not stop at the completion of a word. Flying start. It is the growing taper of an initial stroke or the delicate initial hook that appears where the motion of the instrument precedes actual writing. Font. It is a complete set or collection of letters, figures, symbols, punctuation marks, and special characters that are of the same design and size for a particular typeface. Forced hand. It is a person's signature or writing executed while the hand was under the physical compulsion or control of another person. Forgery. Freehand imitation. It is a legal term that involves not only a non-genuine signature or document but also intent on the part of its marker to defraud. Fountain pen. It is a modern nib pen containing a reservoir of ink in a specially designed chamber or cartridge. After complete filling, the pen may be used to write a number of pages without refilling. Fraudulent signature. It means a forged signature. It involves the writing of a name as signature by someone other than the person without his/her permission, often with some degree of imitation. Freehand simulation. It is a fraudulent signature that is produced by copying or imitating the style and size of genuine signature without the use of physical aids or involving a tracing process.